Eurocare Consult, a financial and real estate investment advisor specialized in the health sector, including senior and well-being, has just published its annual market studies. They are available in both French and English on the health and healthcare real estate markets in 11 countries: France, Germany, Austria, UK, Belgium, Netherlands, Ireland, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and the United States. Our market research includes per country business environment, economy. We describe the macroeconomic situations of different countries. Usually northern countries have better economic performance and lower public debt and lower unemployment than those in the south of Europe. We talk about inflation, which is on the rise again in most countries. Population. We give the population figures by age group for the different countries. As you know, a demographic tsunami with a strong aging of the population is at work throughout the West. The two most aging European countries are Germany and Italy, while France, Ireland, and the UK enjoy good birth rates. The number and proportion of people over 75 years old is therefore rising sharply, creating a strong demand for home and residential care. In addition, there are also more chronic patients who suffer from diabetes, they need dialysis, they have respiratory diseases or cancer. Demand is therefore very strong. Solvency of the senior population, very important. We indicate their wealth and their average income by country. Healthcare market. We start with the healthcare system. We describe its structure and its different stakeholders by country. Health expenditure, we report its amount, its nature, and its growth by country. Reimbursement, we describe public reimbursements, private insurances, as well as the out-of-pocket, and they vary greatly from one country to the other. Licenses. In most countries, apart from the UK, clinics and health centers are subject to prior licenses. Nursing homes are also subject to licenses, apart from certain countries such as Germany and the UK. Senior housing, assisted living are generally not subject to license. Medical consumption. It is increasing in most countries in line with the growth in the number of chronic patients and the life expectancy. Healthcare personal trends. As you know, there are fewer doctors available to treat patients, and some countries such as Germany suffer from a shortage of nurses. More efficiency and more organizations are required, and we touch upon that in our report as well. We indicate the number of beds per country, private versus public versus not-for-profit market shares, the equipment rate by region of the different countries. Also the method of financing and reimbursement for the different types of cure or care, such as acute care facilities, mental health and rehab facilities, outpatient services, medical office buildings, imaging, oncology centers, as well as nursing homes and assisted living facilities. We will report about the main healthcare players. Regarding the operators, about 200 different operators listed. We show a one-page profile and describe the company, its service offering, its size, the countries in which it operates, its financial figures, its margins, as well as its management and its strategy in terms of growth and real estate. We present the consolidators of the market. We also talk about 80 main investors. We add to the information mentioned above as well the profile of their past investments, those they are currently seeking, the description of their real estate portfolio, and the yields/cap rates they are obtaining in the market. Healthcare real estate market. We show investment volumes and main transactions in healthcare real estate by country. We describe the different type of leases, duration can vary country by country, the split of capex between the tenants and owners, whether it's double net, triple net, we talk about that. And also we mention the possible obstacles to healthcare real estate outsourcing. For example, German acute care facilities benefit from public subsidies for their construction and their maintenance of the buildings. Their Spanish counterparts do not recover VAT on rents. So in both cases, it makes real estate sale and leasebacks unattractive. Regulation. Some countries like France are very centralized with a single regulation applying throughout the country, whereas other countries like Germany, Belgium, Spain, Italy are very decentralized. In terms of the real estate standards, there are fairly strict standards in long-term care homes, mainly in Germany, that can vary region by region with maximum facility size and minimum ratio of single rooms. All this is coming with a glossary and a summary to help you navigate throughout. I'll now talk about the summary of the annual study we conducted in 2018. So the volume of transactions in the European healthcare real estate increased by 70% to a record 7.6 billion euros in 2018. A fantastic performance in northern countries. European investors mostly turned towards the German market, upwards by 140%, Italy plus 108%, Netherlands plus 82%, and the UK plus 80%, which overcompensated subdued activity in the rest of Western European countries. France was back to the historical average investment volume. Healthcare real estate accounted for about 3% of the total commercial real estate volume, which we estimated at 30 billion in 2018. So 800 million went to healthcare real estate. Penetration rate of foreign investors below 15%, mainly institutional investors. So the yields were down 5.3% in acute care and 4.5% in nursing homes for the prime yields. Germany, investment volume reached 2.4 billion in 2018. So that was 4% of the total commercial real estate volume, which we estimated at 60 billion. 67% of the investments were made by foreign buyers, but domestic investors are still active. And the average yield observed was about 6.1% versus 7% in 2017. In terms of the regions, the most dynamic lender were Lower Saxony, Saxony, North Rhine-Westphalia, and Schleswig-Holstein. Premium yields fell below 5%, although significantly lower returns were observed this year for top center city locations. United Kingdom, record investment volume, both domestic and international investors. Healthcare real estate represented about 3% of the total commercial real estate volumes, which we estimated at 64 billion pounds. So about 2.3 billion pounds went to healthcare real estate. Major transactions took place in the second semester, especially with the entry of new continental European investors into the UK. However, the leading investors remained the British. In terms of the region, England was the most dynamic region, with some transactions also in Scotland and Wales. Nursing homes were the main investments, a few portfolios in the medical office building, MOB, and the acute sector. In terms of the yield range, it was quite wide, with a premium yield at 4% and less good yields around 8% for less attractive assets. And we expect the yields to be still lower in 2009. Belgium, a down year in 2018. So healthcare real estate represented 2% of the total volume of real estate, which we estimated at 4.8 billion. So the investment volume was only 130 million down versus 2017, mostly to local investors, mostly deals in Flanders for about 90 million and in the Brussels region for about 40 million, and the yields below 4.7%. Netherlands, record investment volume. Healthcare real estate represented 4% of the total, which was estimated at 20 billion, and the investment volume just shy of 1 billion, including 500 million in off-market transactions. So we have about 56% of volume done by international investors, upwards from 2017, mostly from Belgium. The yields went down, so 6.4% in 2018 versus 6.8% in 2017. And the prime yields that are still lower, 4.7% nursing homes, 5.4% in medical office buildings, and about 6.2% in acute. In 2019, we expect a volume increase. Italy, record investment volume in 2018 at 500 million, so that was about 7% of the total commercial real estate volume, which was about 6.7 billion. Foreign investors represented around 2 thirds of the total real estate investment, and they notably acquired to-be-built nursing home portfolios. Some projects also to redevelop former public hospitals and convert them into rehab facilities. We estimated that the prime yields were around 5.7%. Spain, stable market in 2018, and we expect an increase in 2019. So the healthcare real estate represented 2% of the total real estate volume, which was 10.2 billion. With both local and international investors investing about 200 million in healthcare real estate. Portugal, a developing market that is offering a good yield, so about 3.5 billion in total commercial real estate last year. No significant healthcare transactions, but we expect the development of some activity in the main cities. So going forward, the cross-border investment strategy should drive the market as a large range of alternative investors now implement pan-European healthcare real estate investment mandates. Due to this, however, unfavorable base effect, we think the forecast for the investment volume in healthcare real estate next year in 2019 will go down to about 6 billion euros with a further compression of cap rates, given the continuing low interest rate environment. So by country, our outlook for 2019, France, we expect a stable market below 1 billion, with a mix of primary and secondary portfolios, as well as new build in both acute and nursing homes facilities. It should keep the French market steady at its historical level in 2018. With the strong competition among institutional investors, we think prime yields should continue to fall, dropping below 4.5% for nursing homes. Germany, we expect the market below 2 billion, down because of the unfavorable baseline effect. It should, however, remain a very liquid market, driven both by existing and new build facilities in the nursing home and the rehab clinic sectors. Cap rates still under downward pressure. UK, expecting below 2 billion sterling, down again due to the unfavorable baseline effect, but still attractive for foreign capital, especially from Europe, Middle East and Asia, despite the current political uncertainty which is linked to Brexit. A wide range of cap rates should subsist depending on the asset quality. Belgium, we think the market could reach 200 million in 2019. Given the low investment baseline, a single portfolio trade could change the game and help the market reach the 200 million mark again. Downward pressure on yields. Netherlands, we predict another record year in 2019 above 1 billion. Transparency is increasing. Healthcare real estate is on its way to becoming a mature investment category. Favorable market conditions, so we expect that even more healthcare operators will sell their real estate next year. Transaction volume should go up with another record, and yields, we saw them still decreasing from a comparatively high level versus other countries. Italy, we've got good expectations for 2019 above the 500 million mark. So the market should continue to attract local and international investors for greenfield and also existing investments in both nursing homes and hospitals. An important role of the secondary market can be expected next year, with a moderated yield compression compared to other countries. Spain, we think the market should increase to 300 million. So leaving behind us the political crisis in Catalonia, which is one of the large growth engines of the economy, we think Spain should grow at more than 2% in terms of the economy in 2019. The number and the appetite of both local and international investors is increasing. Sellers should therefore bring more products to the market, with cap rates still compressing. Portugal, we think investment volume should grow in 2019 from a very small base. There is increasing appetite from foreign operators for both existing and greenfield nursing homes as well as rehab clinics. That should lead to investment opportunities for healthcare real estate investors. Thanks for your attention.